top 10 realistic packs for MCPE 1.18. Here we have the Illumination pack. What's really cool about this pack is that they make the stone incredibly realistic. It definitely kind of has this faithful vibe to it, and even things like the wood is made to be incredibly realistic. The ores, we have realistic looking ores, realistic looking blocks, and also realistic looking rails as well. We also have a realistic looking nature section over here with nice beautiful grass, leaves, and much more. And look at all of these new tables over here. They're made to be incredibly realistic. Same thing with the lava and the water right over there. Next up, we have the Feluxis realistic pack over here. What I love about this pack is its realistic looking armor over here. They look absolutely insane, and as you can tell, every single thing just has so much incredible detail to it. I absolutely love it. Same thing with the sign, the wood, the leaves. We have all these cool looking ores over here, and this hyper realistic looking rail over here, so this will definitely transform your Minecraft world. Anyways, boys, here's how the nature section does look like. As you can tell, everything is made to be much more realistic, and I really do love how the grass looks like, and of course the flowers as well, along with the torches, and even some of the items are made to be realistic as well. Realistic tables and much more. Next up, we have the LB photorealistic pack over here. I love how realistic the items in this pack do look like. For instance, the food is quite literally something you would see in your kitchen table, and I love how the armor does look like. It looks even better than the last one, and basically all these textures are made to be hyper realistic. I hope you guys are able to notice. Same thing with the stone, and of course the wood, all that good stuff, and even the chest is made to be incredibly realistic. And this is also kind of like a medieval theme, which is something I noticed. And also we have realistic looking lava and water, hyper realistic ores over here. They're definitely inspired by a Java texture pack, and they definitely make the ores look pretty realistic. Like there's literally gems popping out. We do have amazing looking rails that kind of have like a reflection to them as well. And here's how the nature section does look like. We have all this nice, bright, vibrant, and realistic grass over here, along with plants, wood, leaves, and much more. Next up is the OPEPR 512X texture pack. This pack is made to be incredibly realistic, although kind of high on storage, but I definitely do believe it is worth it. We have some of the most realistic stone out there, and you can see each individual brick, and also we have realistic looking stone, mossy stone, all that good stuff. The same thing applies for the wood as well, and some of the other textures are made to be the same like in the middle of Minecraft, such as the leaves and all that, but this pack still manages to look amazing. You have the most realistic looking grass out there with so much amazing details. I absolutely love it. Next up, we have the Minecraft 3D realistic pack over here. This pack actually makes all the textures look way more realistic by making it 3D. We have 3D looking stone, cobblestone, and all that good stuff, and also literally every single texture you could think of. This pack makes it look 3D. The item frames, the wood, the leaves, even the armor as well. The armor is literally made to have these amazing shadows, and I'm honestly a huge fan of it. Even other textures as well. For instance, the chest, the crafting table, and the furnace, and the enchantment table, they're all made to be 3D, which is definitely pretty cool. And I love how the blocks do look like with this 3D pack on, and the rails especially look even better with this 3D pack on. We have nice 3D grass everywhere, and even 3D plants. We also have 3D leaves, 3D oak logs, and 3D grass, and much more. Next up, we have the AAK 1024X pack right over here. You heard that right. This pack is definitely heavy on storage, but it is definitely worth it. For starters, we have some of the most realistic stone textures out there, from the cobblestone to the regular stone and stone bricks. We also have hyper realistic armor over here, including the diamond, the iron, the gold, the chainmail, and the leather. And also, this kind of gives me some faithful texture pack vibes. I love how realistic the leaves and the wood also do look like, along with all of the different items over here. And over here, we have the most beautiful ores ever. Take a look at this, guys. And what's really cool is like we kind of get some highlights on the ores as well, which I have not seen that many realistic packs do. Nature section is made to be hyper realistic with so many textures on the oak wood, the grass, the plants, the leaves, and much more. This is the Kingdoms of Wallace texture pack. This is one of the most hyper realistic packs out there, with way more smoother, not as bright, but still incredibly realistic textures. But definitely one of the major highlights of this shader has to be its items. The items are made to be hyper realistic, including that ender pearl over here. It literally looks like something straight out of Java Edition. We also have nice and beautiful cooked food as well, and including the golden apple also does look realistic. And also we have realistic looking fire, fire and water over here. And we have some of the most realistic ores out there. I love how the blocks do look like for the diamonds over here. Definitely pretty cool. Same thing with the gold, the iron, and the emerald as well. Over here, we have one of the most beautiful nature sections out there. From the torches being realistic, and especially the flowers, the grass, the wood, and the leaves, they're all made to be way more realistic. This is the Azapz Realistic Texture Pack. The Azapz Realistic Texture Pack is well known for having nice and beautiful stone. And also, we have amazing looking water over here, and this is actually inspired by a Java Edition texture pack called Umasima. So that explains the realism. I love how the armor does look like, and we also have realistic iron, gold, chainmail, and leather armor. We also have incredibly realistic items over here, including the Anapro looking absolutely fantastic, and we have the cooked food over here. We also have the tools, the enchantment table, the crafting table, the chest, realistic looking fire, realistic looking water, and over here is the ore section. Now you may have noticed that things may look a little weird here, but that is because we have connected textures with this texture pack over here. So usually there's going to be like sand around here, and you can make paths out of this and all that, and basically make your worlds look way more better. The nature section is also a major highlight with realistic grass, leaves, wood, flowers. There's just so much, and I really love the way it looks like. Next up, we have the reflective texture pack over here. So this pack doesn't really do anything insane with any of the other textures, but they do add incredibly realistic reflections to the water over here. So I figured to why not include this, because you can actually combine it with the other packs and get this effect. And what's really cool is that the texture pack gives the illusion that it's a dynamic reflection, so it does move as we move as well. So that is definitely pretty cool. I can definitely see you guys adding this with, you know, other textures as well. So I figured to why not include it, because it does add realistic reflections. Number 1, the RealSource pack over here. You already knew this was going to be on the number 1 spot, but that is because I genuinely think this is the best realistic pack out there, and I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. It's just that I genuinely think that they have the best realistic pack out there. For starters, we have realistic looking stone everywhere, torches, and even the armor. The armor especially is made to be incredibly realistic, especially the iron one. I really like how they did the iron armor. Definitely looks pretty cool. And also we have realistic looking items over here, realistic looking sword, realistic looking food, realistic looking tools, and of course a realistic looking chest, crafting table, furnace, and enchantment table. We also have nice hyper realistic looking stone over here, along with ores, lava, water, leaves, and let's go to the ore section. So here's how everything does look like, and you'll notice that the ores are actually inspired by the ores of a Java texture pack, so that's probably why they look pretty good. And also we have a nice looking rail track over here, so it definitely does make this pack look way more better. And here's how the nature section does look like. We have realistic looking grass, leaves, torches, and wood. Especially the wood looks really amazing, so detailed. I'm definitely impressed with this pack. The nether is also made to be incredibly realistic in this pack over here. Look at the glowstone, look at the quartz, and the fire especially. See you later, french fries.